Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unboxing. This is your host Moustapha.
And this is Jose.
Let's go. All right, we got.
Coach, el profesor, Coach Daniel.
Let's go. We're so happy to have you back.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to feel like you guys like to have me here, so that's important.
oh,
Of course,
absolutely.
we have so many things to ask
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Coach.
And hopefully this isn't like the last time we'll have you as well, because we want to have like plenty of those things, because I'm pretty sure people are going to have a lot of questions to ask. Also, like we have a very specific question, and Jose and I were talking about this
Yeah,
earlier.
we were talking about Peruvian food and how you think Peruvian food is is the best food for you. And I was like, I don't know, man. I like Mexican food,
Yeah.
but I like Mediterranean food too.
Yes.
I like
Good.
food from all over
I mean,
the world.
the fact that you like one food doesn't mean that you have to dislike all the others.
Of course, right?
I mean, it's like liking some girls, and you can like more than one, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Once you settle, but you can have more than one.
Yeah.
And like more than one. Sorry. Well, he probably can have more than one if he has the sources, right?
Yeah.
Cuatro.
His religion permits.
Yes.
Mine.
I'm only
That's
allowed to
mine.
have one too.
No, the thing is, like, it's a misconception about the religion where a lot of people, like even Muslims, they think they can have four, but the Quran doesn't say you can have four. It says you can have four if you can find balance in between them, and you won't. So it means you can't. It means you can't. You gotta weigh them.
You gotta weigh them.
You're 130 pounds, 140 pounds. You're sleeping next to me tonight. You're on a diet.
Yes.
No, but yeah, I think that there is good food. There is good food everywhere. I mean, some places it's limited. I'm not talking about the quantity, but maybe the variety.
The variety.
And some places have more variety. If you go to France, for example, or you go to different places, you can find more diversity on the food, more different, more variety. They use maybe a lot more different spices and processes and ingredients, and
Yes.
and also they develop a lot more uh, specialized techniques.
Yes.
So it's not only the food, but everything starts with the eyes.
That's true.
Everything.
That's true.
So if you look at the plate and it looks good, that's the first point.
What if it looks like a menudo?
Well, there you go. You gotta be very open-minded.
I like the sound of that.
Menudo?
I like menudo. I like menudo. I like tacos. Don't tacos. Taco de lengua. It's probably my favorite one.
Yes.
I mean, I don't like sesos, not because it's sesos. It's just
Yeah.
I don't like it. I tried it. It doesn't do it for me.
So what would you be your like favorite Peruvian dish?
It's different. It's difficult to say.
I know, yeah.
I'm not a person that I stick to one thing. It depends on what I feel like. Sometimes you feel like eating light. Sometimes you feel like salad. Sometimes you feel like seafood.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the mood. Now there are some foods that there's a traditional dish called cacao
Ooh,
that
I've heard that.
a lot of people wouldn't like because it's made from the stomach of the cow.
Okay.
It's the menudo.
But it's like menudo, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like menudo. No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks a lot.
Is it like sausage? Is it
No.
they use the intestine as
I'm not gonna specify because I have no idea how to make it.
Okay.
And I don't have the luxury of eating it because my wife doesn't like it
Okay.
and she won't cook it for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Every time I travel, I find a place where I can get it.
Yeah.
I will eat it. Now there is lomo saltado, there is ceviche.
Yeah, I love ceviche.
Ceviche. I can have seafood.
Tofado, there is seco.
Yes.
So that there is so many like the
Seco.
rocoto relleno, so many different dishes because I mean, and unfortunately I don't have a better way to say this, but it's not because I'm Peruvian,
Yeah.
but Peru is called the catalog of the world because it's got
Catalog,
I
yeah.
don't remember exactly, but I will say 80 plus of the different um, climates of all the whole world,
Oh, it
you
makes
can find them in
sense.
one country, which is
Wow.
So it's got like a whole.
and
Is it like Colombia or like
No.
Costa Rica or different? And I've been to Peru, but I've been to the jungle.
No, you haven't been to Peru. You haven't been to Peru physically because you got to the airport and then you went
To
to do your
Iquitos.
thing to the jungle area. But you've never
Yes.
been in the mountains,
No, I
in
haven't.
the Andes. You've never been in the city, in the coast.
Yes.
And there is, remember, Peru goes all the way from the north, like almost by the equator,
Yes.
and all the way south to Chile. So
That's
the
right.
temperature changes too.
Yes.
And basically, you go from a desertic area, but you have the Andes, which is the biggest mountain chain in the world, and then when you go on the other side, you start going down
To Chile.
into no. When you go down to the east, you start going into the Amazon. So we
Oh,
have
yes,
those
yes, yes.
rainforests,
Yes.
and that's when Peru and Brazil have border,
Yes.
and the Amazon River, starts in Peru and ends in the Atlantic. So it's the
That's amazing.
Yeah.
widest river in the world.
Yes.
But also the coast, we have the cold current coming from the south. We have the warm current coming from the north. Peru is in a small area. It's not a small area, but it used to be the number one fish producer in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the country that produces the most
It's all
amount of
coast.
fish is
Makes
China,
sense.
but that's because they have a much bigger fishing flow, and they're actually fishing at the border of the 200 miles,
Yes.
which is the limit of the ocean that belongs to the
Yes.
country. They're outside, and then when nobody's watching, they actually
Oh.
think they're
Hey,
crossing.
China's about to come get us.
That's true. That's why Trump is trying to get Greenland and Canada now. So,
But
Coach, where
we
were
don't
you?
wanna talk politics here. This is not a politics.
No, no, this is not. This is a joke. But where were you? Where were you born in Peru?
I was born in Lima.
Okay,
Yeah, I was born
in the capital.
In the capital.
Yes. Oh, that's nice. And you grew up there.
I grew up there. Well, I grew up there, but I've been exposed to different places because my dad was he was an officer in the Peruvian army,
Yes.
so he was as posted in different places, and we were kids who were posted in Moscow. So I was
Wow.
fortunate to be exposed to a completely different culture and country, and then we traveled because we were there. We were
So you lived in Russia for a little bit.
for a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Ты говоришь по-русски?
Да.
Okay, let's
You
go.
know,
Oh, let's go.
я lived in Moscow. Well, let's not talk Russian here.
Yes, but
that's
that's-
me.
That's it. Yeah, that's
But then after that, my dad sent us to California.
okay.
Because this is like at the high of the Cold War,
Yes.
and he wanted to make sure that we were
What year was that? Like 17? 7, yeah.
76. I was in California for the bicentennial. So
Oh, wow.
Wow.
yeah, it was a big difference of cultures, and everything was completely different. And then back home.
Okay. So like I know we talked about this before, but I don't think we jumped in it in like depth. Like why Ohio?
Well, the first time I came to Ohio, it was in the beginning of 2000.
Yes.
I was hired by GE Capital,
Okay.
and I moved to Cincinnati from Chicago.
Okay, really? Oh.
And it was a really, really good. I would say about 3 years that I was living in Cincinnati, and it was great.
Yes.
I love it. I had a really good job. I was um, able to do what's my passion, which is boxing, and also I was coaching. What I'm gonna say what it called here is soccer, football.
Uh-huh.
And
Football.
I really put together a really, really good team. I had some really good, very, very good results. Actually, I would say we have the best team in the state
Yeah.
at that age.
Do you still play?
Not right now,
Okay.
no. I don't have time.
Yes.
And I have other priorities.
Yes.
Plus, I had some injuries and stuff like that, and
Yes.
but I could play if I want to, and I can find the time. But can say other priorities. Right now, my priorities is with the boxing.
Yes.
So, but Yeah, then I moved to Orlando for work, and and then I got a job offer here in Dayton, and
Okay.
came here. The rest is history.
Okay. And then you established Dayton. That's it.
Yes,
How do you like it here?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Unlike people think, oh, Dayton, there's nothing here, small. It's like, no, there is a little bit of everything. It's not a big city, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to a big city, you can drive to Columbus, you can drive to Cincinnati.
Yes.
Or if you want to even bigger, you can go to Chicago in
Chicago.
5 hours.
Yeah.
And I love Chicago.
Yeah,
I went
like
to school there too, so it's nice. But you know, I like the fact that it's got good school system. So all my kids were they all went through the school system here, which is good. It's a great place to raise a family. I also like the fact that you don't have to have long commutes, because
Yes.
people don't realize how much lifetime you waste in the car when you're driving from and back to work.
Yes.
So for me, the 7 8 minutes back and forth to work is
it's
perfect.
perfect.
The convenience is very
Yeah.
convenient.
It is.
It's
It
quick.
is. It is.
Yes.
Cost of living is not high.
Yes.
I mean, the weather is not as bad as people think, even though
It's
we had
not.
some, good snow lately,
We
but
had a lot of
it's
snow
not a big
lately.
deal. I mean, I'm
It was
shoveling.
fun.
That's true.
It was fun.
But it's nice. It look beautiful
Yeah.
outside.
I was trying to make it a practice. Like, oh,
He was sliding.
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I like the seasons.
Yes.
I like
Same.
Yes,
the change of seasons.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just I like it.
Because the summer here, you feel it's summer. The fall, you feel it's fall. The winter, you feel it's winter. Everything is like proper.
I mean, we're humans and we're supposed to be able to adapt.
Exactly.
I mean, if anyone else can adapt, why not humans? People just like to complain, and if
Yes.
you're gonna complain, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But I think is what's important is that you have to be happy. If you want to be happy, you're gonna be happy, whatever.
Yes.
Because happiness starts within inside you.
Yes.
Yes,
Not
The grass is not greener on the other side. It's where you water it.
That's
Yes.
how people always say, "Oh, I want to get out of here. There's nothing here. There's no women here. There's no men here." There's like, okay, what is it like?
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be the same over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, coach, there's man for you everywhere.
I'm not gonna comment on that because I think that's an immature thing to say. You planning on posting this?
Hey, that's Jose's image.
We're gonna attribute that to a lack of
10 body shots.
English,
Yes. Yes.
knowledge.
Yes. So I wanna ask a question. And someone asked me when like recently I've been going to the gym, and then when I'm waiting in between sets, I like do shadow boxing.
Mhm.
So a lot of people like watch, and they come and like some people like come and start a conversation with me about boxing, and I like it. But some people come and tell me, oh, well, like they ask me a question, and I think I want to ask you that question. They ask me, like, what do you think is who would win in a fight, a boxer or an MMA fighter, or like a kickboxer? And I know it's different, but what's your opinion on that? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people think, especially when like they're not in it, when they're not in the like people that are outside that are just spectators and they're like a fan of the sport. What do you think of that? What do you think of because the technicals are different and everything is different.
Yeah, well, it depends on what are the rules of the fight. Now, you're talking about a street fight. It's very hard to tell you because it depends on the level of training that you have, whether it's boxing or jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or taekwondo or whatever. I mean,
Yes.
for me, for example,
Yes.
I mean, I think that as a person, you have to train yourself a little bit on everything, but there is a point on your life where you have to decide, what do you enjoy the most? And that's what you have to do. You got to do what you like. I personally, I mean, I've been fortunate to be able to practice different sports formally. I did kung fu, I did jiu-jitsu, I mean, Thai boxing or Muay Thai,
Yes.
and boxing, of course, and a lot of other things. But those are the main things. And actually, I competed in Taekwondo once,
Yes.
and I did pretty good. I
Yes.
beat all the Taekwondo guys, and even though I was not allowed to punch in the face
Yeah.
because they don't.
Yes.
I mean, I did pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just did it just to show my kids that I can compete in anything. And I was already a father, you know, and I have kids, and my kids actually were competing.
Really?
And I was able to talk to their
Wow, that's cool.
sensei, and he signed me up. I
Really?
was the smallest guy, the only guy with no belt. I still beat everybody. So,
Is it, do you think, because of boxing?
oh, definitely because of boxing, because of the confidence that I had.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you just
It
gotta,
is a confidence thing.
because at the end of the day, you know, the one thing that gives you boxing gives you is the distance control.
Yes.
The other sports, um, I'm not gonna say they don't, because I didn't practice like taekwondo, for example.
Yes.
But um,
You don't know like the real distance.
I've been in competition with them
Yes.
inside, like in a formal competition and in the street.
Yes.
And I mean, I've done okay. You
Yeah.
know, so he just
Means he beat them up.
no, but it's not about that. It's about you know, like I say, what happens when you're training and you're not getting punched in the face.
Yeah, you don't know
You don't know what happens.
Yes.
Once you get punched in the face, and that's not in
Your
the
entire
rules.
plan changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you're like a judo guy and somebody punch you in the face,
Like,
you're not used to it.
no one told me about this. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't like that discussion really, because I think that they all have their
Own.
positive things, their good things.
Yes.
And you know, if you look at taekwondo as a competition, this is good. But I know I've seen there's a lot of controversy about the judgment, and you know, guys winning fights and being knocked out with a kick.
Yes.
So I'm like, how that happened, you know? But
Yes.
at the end of the day,
It's good.
boxing is my thing, so I don't really care too much about the rest.
I feel like this is 100, like this is exactly the type of answer that people are looking for, because the thing is, for a non-fighter, those are questions that they would think about. They would think about these things because, like, for us, because we know the rules of boxing, we know we have certain training, we know we have to do this for us to be able to get here. But then the normal spectator, they don't think about it like this. They think about, oh, like, look how he's moving, look how he's grappling. Like, I'm pretty sure he could do this. And it's good that, like, because it is a sport at the end of the day.
Well, the thing is that it's a sport. They're all sports.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna consider a street fight, somebody's like choking me, and I
Yes.
have to bite him, I will.
Yes.
You know, if I
Yes.
have to stick my fingers in your eyes, I will.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna just let you choke me and or tap out in the street fight.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so it's different, but it depends how far you're willing to go.
Yes. No, that's great. That's exactly what this is. It is what rules are there? And that's the first question he asked. Like, what, it depends on the rules that we're thinking, because like with Muay Thai you have your own rules, with boxing you have your own rules, and then a street fight, it's open rules.
Even with MMA, you have your own rules.
Yes.
You can't poke eyes.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
That's true. Or like I think, and you can't hit a knee when they're at a.
When your knee is touching or your hand is touching the ground, you can't knee.
You can't knee, yes.
kick somebody in the floor.
Yes.
I mean, this is for safety reasons. You cannot elbow somebody like 45 degrees
Yes.
in the back of the head, and that's why like John Jones, he never really lost the fight, but
He didn't lose the fight, but they disqualified him.
Disqualified
Yes.
because of that, and you know, so there's rules. Like I say, so you can't really say who wins where, because whoever connects the first punch, everything might be over. With one punch.
Yes. So, have you been watching any of the UFC stuff, or you're not really interested in it? Like,
I've been watching UFC since UFC started.
yes,
I just don't watch it as much as I used to, because it's too much too often,
yes,
and I don't have that time.
yes,
Say, I am focusing on building my own athletes.
yes,
So why do I? I mean, I study my sport.
yes,
And yeah, if it's like, oh, let's go, guys, we'll go watch the fight at this place, or let's get the fights and get some food, and get all together and have fun watching it. I'm all for it. No problem with that. But
yes,
I don't have that much time to be going out every weekend and watch, what's going on in the
Correct.
MMA world, because it's just not the thing that I crave. And I mean, you might like, I don't know, you might like there's people that like Skylight Chili. Not too big advertising, but I think that's
I've never had it.
garbage. I would never eat it.
Never even like
But
the,
I
yeah.
think there's people from here that they will like they praise it, and there's people that eat it every week.
That's great. It's all over the billboards. I look at it and
But
shout out to Skydown Chili, guys.
No,
This guy's been chilling. Coming,
I'm
bro.
just saying, I will not recommend anybody to eat that type of food. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But
Yeah, it's like
there's
eating
people that,
McDonald's.
that
It's
that's
like
gonna do that. Yeah,
That's true.
Junk food is
Taco
junk
Bell.
food, you know.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna bleep these. But okay, so I wanted to ask you also about, like, it's good that you mentioned that you're building your own athletes. You want them, you're building your own yeah, athletes. The way I'm thinking about it is I want to know where do you see DMC going? Like, I know you, like, right now it's a boxing academy, but where is the vision? Where is the long-term vision?
The long-term vision is to expand. Obviously,
Yes.
I could do it now,
Yes.
but I don't want to do it until I'm ready,
Yes.
because the time has to be right.
Yes.
And of course, it's not that I'm waiting for the time. I'm working towards that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I have to make sure are in place right now. So because let's say I decide to open a gym, another DMC boxing gym in another city around here,
Yes.
Cincinnati or Columbus, or maybe not that far.
Yeah. Somewhere else. Yeah.
Yes, that means I have to split my time in
Correct.
two different places, and then I have to make sure that I have the right coverage.
Yes.
I mean, just to give you an idea, this young man, nice young man, came over to my gym yesterday. He called me and he introduced himself as a boxing coach, and he wanted to get a job with us. And I gave him 4 people. I said, here, I'll give you 4 people. Of course, I talked to my people. I said, let me, at the end, I just want you to give me feedback.
Yes.
And then 4 completely different people for him to work. And at the end, I was just very honest with him. I said, listen, and I like your attitude and everything, but I can't pay you what you want,
Yes.
because you are not the type of coach that I'm looking for.
Yes.
And you are not ready to do what I need.
Yes.
Because
You're looking for yes. Yes.
I have a system. I have a system, and I have. So basically, I'm building my own coaches.
Yes.
Like down the road, you can be a coach. You can be a coach, but I mean, it all starts little by little. Like, hey, can you get the warm up? Can you cover here? I'm watching. I'm looking at how people respond.
Correct.
I'm looking at how people's enthusiasm and
Yes.
initiative and all that stuff. But because it's a responsibility.
It is.
Whatever happens in the gym is at the end of the day, it's my responsibility.
Correct.
And I have to make sure that everybody gets what they're looking for.
Yes.
I know, like, what you guys are doing is very specific, but what I do is for everybody that walks into that door.
Yes.
And when I say everybody, I'm not talking only the people that is in the workout space working out, but also the parents are looking.
Correct.
The wife, the husbands, the whatever, they're looking, and they're gonna be critical about it.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that people is getting what they're looking for.
Yes.
If you come in here to get in shape, you're gonna get in shape.
Yes.
If you come in here to learn how to defend yourself, you're gonna learn.
Yes.
Okay, you might not become a world champion, but you're gonna learn.
Yes.
You come here because you wanna compete, you wanna test yourself. Same thing. If you wanna come here because you wanna release stress, because you wanna feel good, that's because you're burning calories and you're burning steam and stuff like that, you'll get that. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So once I'm able to, when I see that everything is running, when I can, like, leave for a month,
Yes.
not for a week. So I've left for a week and everything goes fine. Then I come back and I found it back in the floor, and nobody put it back. So it's like little things like that happen.
Yes.
And that should not happen, because that means for me it's like whoever is responsible is doing the bare minimum, or maybe a little bit above the minimum. For me, you have to go well above and beyond.
Yes.
That's what I do. That's
Standards.
how I work at every single job that I did.
Yes.
Ever since I started working, in the working world,
And like corporate.
whatever it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Even when I work at a restaurant, I was
Yes.
a dishwasher. I wanted to be. For me, it was a matter of there was never gonna be a moment that people was out of dishes.
Yes.
You know, and my dishes were clean, immaculate. Nobody was gonna send a food back because the dish was dirty.
Yes.
You know, it sounds stupid, but I
It
wanted to.
doesn't.
I mean, for me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the best dishwasher in the world.
Yes.
You know,
Because that's what you're doing anyways.
that's how I did it.
Yes.
You know?
You're doing it anyways. Yeah.
And whatever I do, I wanted to do it. Um, you know, I want to do it perfect.
Yes.
Without perfection, meaning you gotta take forever. Because there's people that want to do things perfect, but
Yes.
they're not efficient because they take
Yes,
way
take
too long.
forever.
So
Yes.
you gotta be able to, do it within the time frame.
That makes sense.
And that's the same thing with training.
That makes sense.
You gotta be able to balance everything out.
Because I have people asking me, Coach, how long do you think it's gonna take me for me to go on competition?
It's up
Yeah.
to you.
I'm like, dude, I've never seen you. You just first day here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that. I don't even know if you even have the skills. I don't even know you have the heart. I don't even know if you have the power and the drive, the work ethic. Because at the end of the day, work ethic
Yes.
is what makes the difference.
It does. It's
It's
the
the-
habits. It's the daily habits.
It's basically you gotta live the moment that's gonna take you to the next one.
Yes.
But if you don't, if you just think that, oh, you're just gonna go there and, oh, coach said do push-ups, I'm just gonna do it barely enough, so he's gonna make me do more.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, do you think I don't see that? I do see it. I'm just like, when you ask me that you want something extra from me, I'm gonna tell you, why would I give you extra if you're barely doing what I do?
That's the thing. I think that like people start thinking about like, oh, is coach gonna see me? Is like, or is any of the instructors gonna? But I think that they forget that it's about you. It's about the person. Like, am I seeing me? Am I doing enough? Am I pushing myself? I don't care if anyone is seeing me and I'm slacking off because I already know. Like for me, when I'm working out, like pushing yourself, I think is the best thing you could do.
Yeah,
Living in the
It's
uncomfortable.
difficult for people that don't have that structure at home or
Yes.
or in the network of friends. So for people that come in here, this is something different. And I mean, as much as I try to be nice and try to be fun, I also have to be fair
Strict,
and
yes.
strict. You know, I have to have rules, and that's why I don't like when people that has been there longer want to do their own thing. No, you gotta do like everybody else. Doesn't matter if you're the top guy or in the middle or here. You know what you have to do when you walk into the gym,
Yes.
and you have to show and you have to understand that especially if you are one of the more advanced fighters, that you have to know that you're a role model for a lot of those kids.
Yeah, because people
Those
are
kids
looking at you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I'm talking and you guys are talking and you don't hear what I say, I mean, that sets a bad precedent for everybody else. So for me, I mean, that's when I start losing it. I mean, and I mean, for me, I lose it. I tell you, and that's it.
You don't hold
I
it.
don't hold it. No,
Yes,
because
yes.
you know what? That's one thing that I wanted to talk. Maybe one of these days we can talk about feelings.
Yes.
Because it's not about making anybody feel bad or anything like that. Feelings are important,
Yes.
but you are the only person that can control your feelings.
100%.
That's right.
If you can't control your feelings, that's because you're giving it to somebody else. And the negative feelings, all the negative feelings are the feelings. Okay, I'm gonna call some of them. Okay, hate, jealousy, um, um, anger, uh, you know, um, distrust.
Those are all useless for existence.
No. All those feelings.
Yes.
Guess what? If I hate you
Yes.
and I'm jealous of you,
You're only hurting yourself.
you don't feel it. You don't feel it. I feel it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are the feelings that are affected the person that feels it, not the
Anybody
person
else.
towards the feeling is going to, because
Yeah.
they could care less.
Yes.
You know.
We need another episode to jump deeper into these, like, genuinely, because I think this is something that like I would love to talk about and people would love to hear about. But I think we got 30 seconds on.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're running on 30-minute shows.
Sure.
Yes. So there's more. We're gonna do more. This isn't it. But for this particular episode, Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching. This is not the end of it, but we're at the 30-minute mark,
30 seconds.
30-second mark. We've been talking for 30 seconds.
Just remember, I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Just remember that, you know, whatever you see here and whatever you see in any other gym or any other environment where the people is positive, that's what you have to aim for, because this is how, you know, the energy, the good energy. If you're surrounded with people with good energy, that's gonna be better for you. Okay, you can go like this or you can go like this, you know, but
That's
you
right.
have the power of choosing. And sometimes, you know, there's how they call it now, toxic people.
Yes,
You can call it that. You can call it other things.
Yeah.
Stay away from that.
100%.
Yes,
Because that's gonna eat you alive.
it's just not gonna help. You know,
No, it's not. It's gonna set you back.
drag you down. It's gonna slow down and stuff like that. So just do what is good, and good things are gonna come to you.
That's right.
That's
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is Mustafa.
This is Jose.
This is Unboxing.
Thank you, Coach.